All right. So we have a question here. It says on 31st December 2019, Copala Limited Company Bank column of the cash book showed a positive balance of 6,500,000, while the bank statement showed a credit balance of 6,720,000 on the account. Upon investigations the following month, the following errors were discovered. Oh, I forgot to mention also, colleagues, in these questions, you will find there will be some errors also. Okay. But the way we overcome these errors, we just understand how this account works. Okay. Yes. So we've got these errors here, which we're going to go one by one, right? From this one, number one, to number eight. Okay. So basically, we need answering part C. Prepare a revised cash book at 31st December 2019, incorporating the above where appropriate. So we'll prepare a revised cash book. Then after we prepare a revised cash book, we'll prepare a bank reconciliation statement as at 31st December. Okay. Starting with the balance as per revised cash book. Okay, so here they've told us we have to start with the balance with the revised cash book. So it means we'll be working backwards, colleagues. Okay, we'll be working backwards. But I also show you how to use, we start with the balance for the bank statement. Okay. All right, so we look at the transactions and we open up first our cash book. So let me find where I can answer this. Let me just get the transactions here, this PDF. All right, so we're going to go through these transactions and we need to see our adjusted balance. So this is, you open up your cash book. Here we have the debit side, here credit side. Okay, so you start with the balance that's given to you in the question. They've told us we have a positive balance of 6,500,000. So where is that going to go, colleagues? On the debit side or on the credit side? This is our cash book here. Where is our balance brought down going to be? Yes. Okay. If you have a negative, yes, debit side. If you have a balance on the credit side, it means now you're owing the bank because you've used more money than you have. So on the credit side, there it means you owe. So balance brought down here 6,500,000. Yeah. To be official, you even put the date. Okay. Put the date. And yeah. So now we're going to go through our transactions and we're going to see which ones are going to be this cash book. Okay, so an opening debit cash book balance on December 2019 was overcast by 100,000. Okay, so basically, this balance here that they're telling us here is overcast by 100,000. So colleagues, how do we correct that error? This amount is overcast by 100,000, meaning it's over by 100,000. So how do we get rid of that error? Yes, yes, but not the difference, the amount. This 100,000 you put on the credit side so that you're reducing the overstated amount. Okay. If you put it on the debit side, now you're going to overstate it more. Are we clear with that, colleagues? Our balance was overstated by 100,000, so we need to clear that error. Okay. So to clear that error, we need to credit the bank. Any questions? Maybe your next question should be what then what are we debiting, sir? What are we debiting? If we credit the bank, what will we debit? The suspense account, okay, colleagues? There's what we call the suspense account. Yes, this suspense account is used to help clear errors. All right. So what you debit is the suspense account. Okay. You don't need to show that transaction there because it's not important. Okay. A standing order of 50,000 for water bills was recorded on the bank statement, but no entry was made in the cash book. So, colleagues, what do we do with this standing order? Yes, we credit the cash book because we are paying for this. We're paying for something, right? So we credit the cash book. So you're going to say a standing order 50,000. Okay, the next part. Are we okay with that? Any questions? Okay, sure. Okay, I was saying for this error here that was done, this error that we saw where the debit was overcast. So since the debit was overcast, we needed to credit. So now, since we're crediting the cash book, and the double entry, remember two accounts are involved. So we needed to debit the suspense account. The suspense account comes in to correct errors. Is that okay, Mr. Emmanuel? This same 100,000. Yes. Okay. And also on this type of question, sometimes here they've already calculated how much has been overcast. Other times, if you see another amount, it's you to determine is it been overcast or undercast. Then you subtract, you get the difference, and you'll be able to see which has been overcast or undercast. Then you know what to do. Hmm. 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 This six, this six, or this one will come. This one will come on the bank statement, sir, when we're doing the reconciliation. Yes, since we are focusing on the cash book, so we start with the amount for given to us on the cash book. Yes. Any other questions? Move to transaction three. Okay. Dividends received in the month from hmm, this name, Tamwi Busha. Okay, what's the how do you read it? Okay. Uh, okay. Tabwibusha Limited Company. Okay. Of 500,000. Okay. Yeah. Of 500,000 were credited by the bank, but no entries were made in the cash book. So, colleagues, how do we treat these? Yes, we debit the cash book. Yes. 500,000. Consumer friendly, right, colleagues? This is consumer friendly so far. Okay. A check drawn and paid to Mr. Calava of 350,000 had not been presented to the bank for payment. Colleagues, what do we call this? Unpresented mm, or outstanding check. Okay, so this one will go on the bank statement. So you don't need to put it in the cash book. As I told you earlier on, do not put in the cash book. Bank charges of 80,000 shown on the bank statement had not been entered in the cash book. So this one is easy. We credit right the cash book because this is money going out. So it's reducing our balance. So bank charges 80,000. Again, a check received from Mukatasha of 300,000 was dishonored by the bank due to insufficient funds. No entry was made in the cash book. Now, here, what they're saying, no entry was made in the cash book was after this check has been dishonored. Okay, after this check was being dishonored. Okay, when you got it from Mukatasha, You debited. Then it was dishonored, but you haven't made any entry to correct this dishonored check. So where would it go, colleagues? Credit side. 300,000. A check received from Twatasha Limited totaling 400,000 had been entered in the cash book and paid into the bank, but had not been credited by the bank until 20th January 2020. What do we call this one, colleagues? We're on transaction 7. Yes, uncredited checks. So this one will go on the bank statement. Okay, they've told you already it's been put in the cash book, so do not even attempt to put it in the cash book. A receipt of 150,000 was shown as a payment in the cash book. So meaning it was entered wrong. Excuse me. Okay, let me just draw a separate tail account. Okay. Instead of being on the debit side, it's on the credit side here. So colleagues, how do we correct this error? Like this? Again? Or here? Number 8 here, it's required. This word here, it's required. Mm, yes. So they've told us a receipt of 150,000 was shown as a payment in the cash book. So meaning it's here on the credit side here. So how do we correct this error? How much are we debiting? Yes, 300,000. Yes. Uh-huh. Yes, sir. No, just put it as a block figure so that when they subtract 300 minus 150, remain with 150 at the debit. Yes. So Colleagues, we've got that. So here, error correct. Mm. Yes, I was just demonstrating. Yes. You won't need to do this. I just want to always show you the full picture. Okay. You get the full picture. Yes, because we want to first cancel out this 150. Yes. We want to cancel out this 150. Yes, yes. So as I was explaining, we want to cancel out this 150. Okay. So that, and we also want to remain with the 150 on the debit side. That's why we've debited 300,000. Because if you just debit 150, it means no transaction occurred. Because 150 minus 150, that is zero. Okay. So that's why you have to double the amount so that the correct amount comes to the cash book. Is that okay, Madam Sylvia? Okay. So we need, oh, Madam Beth, have you got the concept? Are you there, Madam Betha? Okay, okay. So we now get our balance. Okay, so we total up debit side and credit side. So one person can total up debit, one can total up credit. Let's see which one is the bigger amount. Oh, madam, the debit has got a million there. 6.5. Yes. Yes, the debit side is, yes. So the debit side is bigger, 7,300,000. So our balance carried down will go on which side? On the credit side. Like this, huh? Like this, or I scroll up again? I was saying, where should I scroll up to? Where do you need me to? Sure. Colleagues, is it, how about on other people's side? Is it showing? Okay, miss. Yes. No, you'll be entered in, Mr. Emmanuel. It will, or try to put your phone on airplane mode. Try to put your plane on, your phone on airplane mode. Okay. Yes, the credit side, what was the amount? Does everyone get 530,000? Okay, so 7,300,000 minus 530,000. Mm-hmm. Okay. So on this side, we put balance brought down 6,770,000. Okay. Any questions before we now go to the bank statement? Yes. Ah, no, no, no. You just put the amount. Yes. If you want, you can show it. I was just showing it for your sake, for the class's sake, so that you can see it. But this 7 million minus 7 3 minus 530. Yes. You don't really need to show them. You can just yeah, yes, 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 yes. But if you want, you can show it. You won't lose marks, colleagues. Okay. If you want to show it, you will not be penalized. So we go to the next part where we have to do the bank reconciliation. So now I'll start with using the bank statement because since we're just new to this topic, so I want us to see how it moves going forward. Then we'll use the cash book. Okay. Because if I start with the cash book balance here and move backwards, we'll hear Mr. Kasono now. So let's start with the bank balance. Okay. So it's for the bank reconciliation, we're going to say bank balance. Okay. You're going to go to this amount here, which it told us credit balance over 6,720,000. Okay. So you're going to put here 6,720,000. Okay. So we're going to add any uncredited checks. Okay, because remember, uncredited checks or bank lodgements, this is money coming in. All right. So we need to add. Okay. So here we had this uncredited check. Which one was this one? 400,000. So 6,720,000 plus 400,000. What do we get? When you add this, what do we get? 7,120,000. Colleagues, are we all getting that? 7,120,000. Okay, then you're going to say less unpresented checks. Because remember, unpresented checks or standing checks, this is money going out. So we need to deduct. So less unpresented checks. So the unpresented check was this one here. This, where was that one? Yes, this one here. Check drawn and paid to Mr. Calabar of 350,000. That's then presented. Yes. So this 7,120,000 minus 350,000. What do we get? Mm-hmm. 6,770,000. Okay. So balance as per adjusted cash book. Okay. Because remember, in our adjusted cash book, we got this same 6,770,000. So even here, when we subtract these two, we get 6,770,000. Okay, that's if you start with the bank statement. Okay, when you start with the bank statement, you're moving forward. So you add any uncredited checks or bank lodgements, because that's money coming in. Then you subtract any unpresented checks or any or outstanding checks. Okay, then your balance should be as per adjusted cash book. Any questions before now we do the reconciliation starting with the balance from the adjusted cash book? To make life easy, just work it out like this. If you want, you can make the diagram. Okay. This uncredited check you put on the credit side, so you add. These unpresented checks you put on the debit side, so you subtract. But if you do it like this, it will just make life easier for you. Mm-hmm. The bank reconciliation statement. Just like as it is, you'll be marked, you'll be given full marks like this. The other way you can present it, you can put it in a T account. Okay. Almost like a T account. Yes. Then any uncredited checks, they'll be on the credit side. Since on the bank side, credit means money coming in. So any uncredited checks you put on the credit side and you add to the bank balance. Then any unpresented checks you put on the debit side, because that means it represents money going out, and so you subtract from the bank balance. Yes. Okay, now we're going to do credit. Yes, credit side. Yes. Because now you're looking at it from the bank's perspective. Okay. You're looking at it from the bank's perspective here. Excuse me. Okay. So now we're going to do the reconciliation using the adjusted cash book. So we're moving in reverse from this 6,770,000. We're moving in reverse, going back to this 6,720,000. Okay, we're moving in reverse. So you say you start balance as per adjusted cash book. going to have 6,770,000. Okay, so since we're moving backwards, so any unpresented checks you add. So you say add unpresented checks. Okay, so this 350,000, add it. So 6,770,000 plus 350, what do we get? 7,120,000. Okay. Then you're going to say less unpresented checks. So some, oh, uncredited. Thank you, thank you. Less uncredited. Yes, less uncredited checks. Mm. So uncredited. So you say minus 400,000. Mhm. Yes. 6,720,000. Okay. So you have to get this balance here, this original one for the bank. This 6,720,000. If you start with the adjusted cash book balance. Any questions? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yes. So you've put yes, because the question, if you we saw in the question, it told us prepare bank reconciliation statement starting with the balance as per revised cash book. So I just wanted to start with the one which will be familiar with this one. Okay, but the question you had to do this. So it's a how can I say, as you said, it's a the procedure. Yes, they tell you to start with the revised cash book balance. Then this is the procedure. It means you'll be working backwards. Okay. Mm, you pick one. The one. If the question is silent, use the one you're comfortable with. Now, the question has told you explicitly use the revised bank cash books balance or use the bank statement, then you have to follow what the question is saying. So this was just an illustration for both methods.